Chapter 7. I screamed to wake up my parents, and they burst into the room. But there was nothing they could do to dim the supernovae exploding inside my brain, an endless chain of intracranial firecrackers that made me think that I was once and for long going, for all going. And I told myself, as I've told myself before, that the body shuts down when the pain gets too bad, that consciousness is temporary, that this will pass. But just like always, I didn't slip away. I was left on the shore with the waves washing over me, unable to drown. Dad drove, talking on the phone with the hospital, while I lay in the back with my head in Mom's lap. There was nothing to do. Screaming made it worse. All stimuli made it worse, actually. The only solution was to try to unmake the world, to make it black and silent and uninhabited again, to return to the moment before the Big Bang, in the beginning when there was a word, and to live in that vacuous, uncreated space alone with the world. People talk about the courage of cancer patients, and I do not deny that courage. I had been poked and stabbed and poisoned for years, and I still trod on. But make no mistake, in that moment, I would have been very, very happy to die. I woke up in the ICU. I could tell I was in the ICU because I didn't have my own room, and because there was so much beeping, and because I was alone. They don't let your family stay with you 24/7 in the ICU at Children's because it's an infection risk. There was wailing down the hall. Somebody's kid had died. I was alone. I hit the red call button. A nurse came in seconds later. "Hi," I said. "Hello, Hazel. I'm Allison, your nurse," she said. "Hi, Allison, my nurse," I said. Whereupon I started to feel pretty tired again. But I woke up a bit when my parents came in, crying and kissing my face repeatedly, and I reached up for them and tried to do squeeze, but my everything hurt when I squeezed. And Mom and Dad told me that I did not have a brain tumor, but that my headache was caused by poor oxygenation, which was caused by my lungs swimming in fluid, a liter and a half of which had been successfully drained from my chest, which was why I might feel a slight discomfort in my side, where there was, hey, look at that, a tube that went from my chest in the plastic bladder half full of liquid that for all the world resembled my dad's favorite Amber Alley. Mom told me I was gonna go home, that I really was, that I would just have to get these drained every now and again and get back on the biped. This nighttime machine that forced the air in and out of my crab lungs. But I'd had a total body PET scan on the first night in the hospital. They told me, and the news was good. No tumor growth. No new tumors. My shoulder pain had been lack of oxygen pain. Hard working, too hard pain. Dr. Maria said this morning that she remains optimistic. Dad said, I like Dr. Maria, and she didn't bullshit you. So that felt good to hear. This is just a thing, Hazel, my mom said. It's a thing we can live with. I nodded, and then Allison, my nurse, kind of politely made them leave. She asked me if I wanted some ice chips, and I nodded. And then she sat at the bed with me and spooned them into my mouth. So you've been gone a couple days, Allison said. What'd you miss? A celebrity did drugs. Politicians disagreed. A different celebrity wore a bikini that revealed a body imperfection. A team won a sporting event, but another team lost. I smiled. You can't go disappearing on everybody like this, Hazel. You miss too much. More? I asked, nodding toward the white styrofoam cup in her hand. I shouldn't, she said, but I'm a rebel. She gave me another plastic spoonful of crushed ice. I mumbled a thank you. Praise God for good nurses. Getting tired? She asked. I nodded. Sleep for a while, she said. I'll try to run interference and give you a couple hours before somebody comes in to check vitals and the like. I said thanks again. You say thanks a lot in the hospital. I tried to settle into the bed. You're not gonna ask about your boyfriend? She asked. Don't have one, I told her. Well, there's a kid who has hardly left the waiting room since you got here, she said. He hasn't seen me like this, has he? No, finally on me. I nodded and sank into the aqueous, aqueous sleep. It'll take me 6 days to get home. 6 days of staring at acoustic ceiling tile and watching television and sleeping and pain and wishing for time to pass. I did not see Augustus or anyone other than my parents. My hair looked like a bird's nest. My shuffling gait like a parents. Dementia patients. I felt a little better each day, though. Each sleep ended to reveal a person who seemed a bit more like me. Sleep fights cancer, regular Dr. Jim said for the thousandth time as he hovered over me one morning surrounded by a coterie of medical students. Then I am a cancer-fighting machine, I told him. That you are, Hazel. Keep resting, and hopefully we'll get you home soon.